What is happening, everybody? I hope you're all having a wonderful day, and welcome on back to Mass Effect 2. So, at the end of last episode, I did say that I was going to go to the Normandy crash site before we headed into anything else, but that's actually not what I'm going to do. See, we spawned here in the system where Omega is, and Omega is where Modern Solus is. We're actually not going to dip there just yet. So we have, looking at this, we got 376,000 credits. Obviously, you'll see each system here has a percentage based on it, so the way that the world exploration works in Mass Effect 2 has vastly changed. When you go into a planet now, you have to start a scanner. When you have this scanner, it'll tell you whether it's moderate, rich, or whatever, and basically the gimmick here is you have to slowly scan the whole planet, and then when you finally find something, you'll see it on that little grid down there. It'll start making dramatic noises and ticks, like right there. That's a good thing to drill. So we'll go ahead and drill right there. We'll use one of our probes.
In research projects, iridium is used to upgrade heavy weapons, submachine guns, and assault rifles.
We got iridium. So I wouldn't really recommend scanning anything that says it's only moderate. I wouldn't recommend that at all. But you'll see now the percentage went up. I would only scan rich planets. That's really the only thing worth it. When you scan something moderate, even if you get a big tick like that, you get like 450 or something. If you scan a rich planet with a high tick like that, you're getting thousands. But of course, I'll go ahead and take care of all this planet scanning side stuff off camera. I won't keep that in. But like I said, instead of doing the crash site, we're actually just going to go straight to the Citadel. I think 376,000 credits. That should be enough for us to buy everything we need to buy. We also need to go down here for Kasumi as well, the Master Thief. So we'll get all this stuff done first. I think with all those import bonuses, I should be good to just jump right in and buy everything I need. And then we'll go do the Normandy crash site, and then we'll go do Omega. Because we'll probably need to restock on cash by the time we get to Omega, because we're going to drop a whole big old bag here, so. I wonder what kind of welcome we'll receive back to the Citadel. Be interesting to look around at it too, considering the last time we were here, this whole thing was on fire and being raided by Geth. And most of Citadel Security was wiped out during that attack too, so I wonder how they've rebuilt, repaired, and restocked. And I wonder if anybody's surprised to see the Normandy rolling back in like that. Yeah, so we don't got too many choices here. We can cycle their appearances thanks to all the DLCs being included, but I actually like their vanilla get-ups. I guess here's a little spoilery thing on how many squad mates we're gonna have here. It's a lot bigger cast and crew than the first Mass Effect game. We'll save those 2 points, and yeah, we'll save his too, because instant ammo is just meh. There's no need. Alright, so the password was silence is golden. And I believe that advertising terminal right there on the right is where we need to be for it, so.
Commander Shepard, enter the password and receive a free gift.
Free gift.
Please tell me your password, Commander Shepard.
Silence is golden.
Good to finally meet you, Commander Shepard. Kasumi Goto. I'm a fan.
Interesting.
Has Cerberus filled you in on the mission?
Honestly, I'm
You're an
shocked they
unknown
didn't come to see
quantity.
me sooner. My fault for being hard to find, I guess.
What's with the password and the sneaking around? Are you in trouble or something?
I'm the best thief in the business, not the most famous. Need to watch my step to keep it that way. I also needed to make sure all this was legit, and I have no doubts now. You're the real Commander Shepard.
Honestly, both those things work together, right? She's the best thief because she's the least famous. If she was the most famous, she'd be a pretty shitty thief. You can't really infiltrate when everybody knows about everything, right? So, basically, remember, I think 2 episodes ago, I think this is episode 4 now, so a couple episodes ago, regardless, we talked about the morality system and how stringent it is and how divisive it makes your dialogue options here. So if you click you and Cerberus, that's going to get rid of this option. This option is the only one that gives any Paragon points in this dialogue. So basically, we can't ask this because it's going to make our Paragon percentage go down, and we're trying to maximize, and so we have to just say welcome aboard here. We can't dig into her and Cerberus.
Good to have you along, Kasumi. You ready to go?
I travel light. I've already slipped my things aboard your ship.
She is good.
I'm really glad you're helping me out with the heist. Can't wait to see how you look in formal wear.
Excuse me?
I have a feeling you know something I don't.
They didn't tell you? They call me secretive.
I guess
I'm
that's
looking
part
for
of the
my
deal
old
you
partner's
cut, huh?
gray box. A man named Donovan Hawk took it, and I'm planning to get it back.
Yeah, Shepard's situational awareness is not too great, right? He hasn't realized that she's directly above him yet.
What's this heist you're planning?
Not here, Shepard. You'll get a briefing when the time comes. I need time to nail down the details anyway. I've taken the liberty of getting you some evening wear, though. You want to look presentable.
And it is pretty cool what she gave us. She basically gives us a big fancy tuxedo, which is a nice black dress for a female Shepard too, so.
What do you know about Donovan Hawk?
Mr. Hawk is a well-respected businessman. Arms dealer, murderer, generally not a great guy. His mansion's famous.
Don't tell me his first name's Tua.
I have a way in, and I think you're gonna love it.
I doubt Hawk's the kind of guy who takes kindly to people sneaking into his house.
I always expect trouble. That's why you're here.
Makes sense.
I assume a gray box is some kind of hardware?
It's a neural implant. Illegal in most places. Stores memories, thoughts, secret codes, illicit information. This one in particular belonged to my partner, Keiji Okuda. We worked together for a long time, before Hawk killed him.
Tell me about this former partner of yours.
His name was Keiji Okuda.
Love the recon
the best
mask.
hacker and entryman I've ever known. Unfortunately, he slipped up and made himself infamous. He stole something he shouldn't. He warned me it was bad, something that could spark interstellar war if it got out. That information got him killed.
What could he have found that's so bad?
He wouldn't say what it was, just that it was dangerous. He said if it got out, humanity would be in trouble. He encrypted it,
Kasumi's
wrapped
cool,
it up
man.
in his own memories. To decode the information, you have to sift through all the time we spent together. Now those memories are all that's left of him.
I can understand why you'd want to get it back.
Getting it back will be easier with your help, Shepard.
Well, if somebody signed the check on my behalf, I'll stick to it, right? We need her on board.
If that's what Cerberus promised you, we'll get it done.
It'll be fun. And if we're lucky, you won't even have to draw your gun.
I'd be a little disappointed in that.
We should probably wrap this up. You look pretty silly standing there talking to an advertisement. See you on the ship, Shepard.
Well, thankfully nobody can see my face, so Miranda's the one left holding that bag. Nice cloaking device. We should share that. And there's some hippie jellyfish and our good old glorious little green buggy friends, the keepers. They're still here doing what they do.
This recruits is a 20-kilo
This
Ferris
is a fun thing to
Feel
listen
the
to.
weight. Every 5 seconds, the main gun of an Everest-class dreadnought accelerates 1 to 1.3% of light speed. It impacts with the force of a 38-kiloton bomb. That is 3 times the yield of the city buster dropped on Hiroshima back on Earth. That means Sir Isaac Newton is the deadliest son of a bitch in space. Now, Serviceman Burnside, what is Newton's first law?
Sir, an object in motion stays in motion, sir.
No credit for partial answers, maggot!
Sir, unless acted on by an outside force, sir.
Damn straight! I dare to assume you ignorant jackasses know that space is empty. Once you fire this hunk of metal, it keeps going till it hits something. That can be a ship, or the planet behind that ship. It might go off into deep space and hit somebody else in 10,000 years. If you pull the trigger on this, you are ruining someone's day, somewhere and sometime. That is why you check your damn targets. That is why you wait for the computer to give you a damn firing solution. That is why, Serviceman Chung, we do not eyeball it. This is a weapon of mass
We
destruction.
do not
You are
eyeball
not a
it.
cowboy shooting from the hip. Sir, yes, sir.
That's a great recruiting advertisement right there. I'm a fan of
Sorry,
that.
sir, but I'll need you to remove any biotic amp you might be wearing.
What? Why?
Unfortunately, sir, biotics can be used as a weapon. The rules require me to confiscate all amps. Could you please hand over yours?
I don't have one. I'm not a biotic.
That's interesting.
When you objected, I thought...
You humans are all racist.
Isn't that just modern? interesting that CSEC, or Citadel Security in general, and just the Citadel, have definitely ramped up their security measures, right? If you remember back on Novaria in Mass Effect 1, they were saying, well, you can't confiscate biotics with the commandos. But now they're confiscating amps and probably most weapons too. I'm sure we'll be exempt from this, given our status as a Spectre, but still. We were rolling up in here with artillery on our back before, and now they don't even let people in with biotic amps.
Can I help you, sir?
It's been a couple of years since I passed through here. Security seems to have tightened a bit.
After the Geth attack, there was a review of security protocol. A few minor changes were made to reduce the risk of Geth infiltration. We apologize for the inconvenience.
You'd think a Geth would stand out.
Assumptions are dangerous. Be alert, be safe.
That's clearly a political movement to up the security here, right? Because the biotic amp has absolutely nothing to do with the Geth. The Geth can't even use biotics, so...
Thanks for your time.
Next.
That's clearly been co-opted to make security a little tighter here.
Obviously, security has tightened since you were last here.
Shut it down. What? Do you seriously think? Yeah, okay. Sorry for the inconvenience, sir. Our scanners are picking up false readings. They seem to think you're... dead.
Oh, that's quite accurate, actually.
I was listed as missing in action a couple of years ago.
Would you mind checking in with my captain? He can reinstate you in our system. He's just past the scanners on your right.
It's nice and bad in a way to see how Citadel has been ramped up security-wise.
I know, sir.
If you don't have the stomach or you're worried about being reported, I can take care of it.
No, sir. I can handle it.
Well, that doesn't necessarily seem above board.
Yes?
Make him
I see
squirm.
the problem already, Commander Shepard. My console says you're dead.
Are you not worried I'm some imposter claiming to be me?
We have the best screening equipment in the galaxy. Those scanners can sample DNA from skin flakes. Hell, if you have unregistered gene mods, they can even figure those out.
Your sergeant said you could help with that.
Usually you'd have to go through the station security administration to reactivate your IDs. Then to customs and immigration to regain access to the Citadel itself, and probably a stop by the Treasury. Spending a year dead is a popular tax dodge. But I can see you're a
galactic tax evasion, huh?
So how about I just press this button right here, and we call it done?
Couldn't one of us, or both of us, get into trouble for that?
There's no way to fool the DNA scanners in that tunnel. You're you. Why wait in long lines and fill out a massive useless hard copy paperwork to get to the same place? The Council does everything by the book. They've had thousands of years to write it. Sometimes things need to get done without a committee vote.
Well, that's a great sign of Captain Bailey's personality there, and I'm inclined to agree, to be honest.
You're not big on formalities, are you?
I'm with them right up until they keep people from doing their jobs.
I would definitely agree with that.
There. I just saved you about 9 days of running around. That said, you should head up to the Presidium and tell them you're still alive. The Council probably wants to talk to the one who saved their scaly asses.
Bureaucracy and red tape and balances and checks are all cool, but if it actually prevents the thing it's trying to help make easier to do, then what's the point, right? Think about the manpower and the resources needed to spend that 9 days running around to get all this squared up. He knows it's me, so he pushes the button. I can respect that.
What's the easiest way to get to the Presidium from down here?
Head back through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
I will. Having access to the Council and the Spectre's resources would be useful.
Yeah. The Council can get anything. Best thing about working CSEC is that any equipment, information, or money you need, you get. Anyway, something else you need? Or can I get back to work?
You seem like you used to be a cop on Earth. It's the kind of vibe you're giving me.
How'd you end up working on the Citadel?
I started with the Alliance way back when, but the traveling was killing me. It's a shitty life if you're trying to raise a family.
I guess not, he's military.
Kids every 6 months. I joined CSEC so I could stay in one place, put down roots.
Still not Earth, though.
You like life here on the Citadel?
Life here is good. Hell of a lot different than life back on Earth. I miss the food, mostly. You just can't get sockeye salmon here on the station.
You ever get back there?
Earth, every couple of years, less and less all the time. But when I finish my stint with CSEC, there's a nice little place in the foothills I'm gonna retire to. Not that I'm retiring anytime soon.
So I wonder if he brought his family here to the Citadel, because he said moving around and only getting to see your family every 6 months was a shit deal, but now he's working on the Citadel and only gets back to Earth every couple years. But he made the situation worse for seeing his family unless he brought them.
It looks like most of the damage from Sovereign's attack has been repaired.
The Presidium was pretty shot up. Of course, they fixed that first. All the wards got hit with debris when the ship exploded. Most of the damage was superficial, and the Keepers got things restored fast.
That doesn't surprise me.
Ward got the worst. A big chunk hit near the Dillanaga concert hall. They're still clearing wreckage and trying to get power restored.
I need to talk to the Council. How can I get to the Presidium from here?
Head through the security checkpoint and take a public shuttle.
Tell me about this place.
All the wards are more or less multicultural, but the other 4 are dominated by Asari, Turians, or Solarians. In Zakera, we've got major enclaves of Volus, Elcor, and Hanar. There's also a human commercial zone at Shinakiba. We've got a few Krogan walking around, and I think I saw a Quarian the other day.
Yeah, Quarians aren't too regular. Honestly, they're probably the most irregular of all species, right? Because unless they ran away from the Enclave, or they're on their pilgrimage, you'll just never see one. They'll almost always be with the flotilla.
I overheard your conversation. Make him scream a little?
This isn't a Presidium. All they have to worry about are protesters outside their free speech zones or someone's poodle crapping on the grass. Down here, we have drugs, organized crime, and murder. Policing a ward is like policing New York City. Sometimes you have to work outside the Council's rulebook.
I'm also inclined to agree with that. It's not necessarily, like he said, it's not like you're just dealing with somebody like a preaching jellyfish Hana that you're trying not to offend, right? You have serious drug lords in these kind of wards. Exactly like Fist, right? He was killing people, armed missions into the alleyways of the ward arms, like throwing grenades and heavy artillery. Like, it's not a game. You can't just respectfully ask somebody to be nice and quiet in situations like that. You gotta get dirty, right? If somebody's gonna shove a shotgun in your face when you try and arrest them, you gotta be ready to shove one back.
Last time I was here, there were no human captains in CSEC.
The CSEC took a lot of casualties when the Geth boarded the Presidium. The Special Response Division was hard hit. They stopped turning their noses up at human resumes. They needed bodies in uniform, and we had the most experienced bodies.
So now there's a very significant human presence in CSEC,
You need anything
which
else?
makes sense, especially now we're on the council. But yeah, the whole like making the suspect scream a little, I really don't have a problem with that. If the police are involved, especially in a place like this, you already did something wrong, which is why they were called, and they all got families to go home to, right? And they're just doing their job. They shouldn't be expected to take a bullet and die just for the sake of some scumbag who's selling drugs and being nice about it, right?
Best place for food on Zakera Ward.
You heard wrong. This is the best place for food on the whole damn Citadel.
So here is our high-grade provisions for Gardner, so we'll go ahead and snag those up right off the bat. We have some novels here, too. They're only 5 credits apiece, so we'll just buy them. I want it because it's there. They serve no real purpose, but we want it, right? It exists and it's mine. That's the way that I look at all that stuff. And then over here, we have a... what is this? Souvenirs, that's what it is. We could buy some stuff here, too. We can also get a Paragon on here.
Good day, my friends. Welcome to the Citadel.
What do you do?
I'd like to buy something.
My apologies. I do not make sales. I'm here to answer questions and process returns and exchanges. To make a purchase, browse our electronic catalog over there.
So you're just here to deal with complaints, basically. You don't actually sell anything. You're not a representative.
These stores are owned by the Citadel, right?
That's correct.
I guess salesperson as a job is just gone at this point.
The profits generated by
Self-checkout.
sales are used to maintain the station. We offer an assortment of decorations suitable for display in your personal quarters.
Interesting.
Since these stores are owned by the Council, do government employees get a discount?
Yes, in fact. What's your position?
I'm a former Spectre.
My goodness, I didn't know Spectres quit. I don't believe you qualify for a discount, though.
How about if I throw in an endorsement from the man who defeated Saren?
You are Shepard? My goodness. The increase in sales would certainly be worth offering a discount.
What do you need me to do?
Just voice your endorsement into my console.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
Excellent. I will get my clerical VI to add it to our advertising immediately.
What's hilarious about that is by the time we're done here on the Citadel, every single store on the Citadel will be our favorite store on the Citadel. It's hilarious. Okay, so we can get some model ships here for our little ship collection that you saw on our desk last episode. We can get a space hamster, so we get a little pet going on there, and we can get an Ilium Scoldfish. We're going to be loading up our fish tank. And we're already down to 366,000. A lot of this stuff is just like bozo stuff. It's not hyper expensive, but we'll start getting up there in price cost.
Welcome to Citadel Newsnet. I'm Emily Wong.
She stepped up in the world.
Officials in the Systems Alliance remain tight-lipped about the recent disaster on the pioneer colony of Freedom's Progress. The human outpost is believed to have been destroyed, with no survivors on record. Details are sketchy due to a news blackout. This is the latest in a series of frontier settlements lost by the Alliance. The Hanar Shrine of the Enkindlers plans a prayer vigil for the deceased.
I'm glad she's still talking about the important stuff.
Colonies are the Protheans' wrath, after human explorers defiled a Prothean data beacon 2 years ago on Eden Prime.
That's not quite what happened. Now let's talk to Avina. I'm sure she can give us the official position of the council on everything that went down, which we already know is going to be full of crap based on everything they did after we died.
Welcome back, Shepard. It has been 2 years, 3 months, and 17 days since the Citadel last welcomed you. This is the Zakera Ward Transportation Hub. Public shuttles and shopping are available through the Citadel Security cordon.
There seem to be a lot more CSEC officers than the last time I was here.
In the wake of the Geth attack 2 years ago, additional security precautions were implemented for the safety and security of residents. In addition to increased CSEC patrols, weapon carry restrictions have been tightened.
So has crime decreased?
Violent crime has decreased by 23%. Property crime has decreased by 41%. Incident clearance has improved by 16%.
Interesting to get the statistics on that there. We already know how to get to the council, so we don't need to ask her about that. Let's see what the official line is on Sovereign.
It looks like this place has recovered from Sovereign's attack.
Repair of the damage from the Geth attack is ongoing.
There it is again, the Geth attack.
Extensive damage on Kasumi Ward.
We saw it was mentioned like that in our mission debrief at the very start of the game too, where it said after the Geth attack on the Citadel, not the Reaper attack. And the official line here is denouncing the Reapers entirely. Let's see what she says if we question her about the Reapers. Like if we were an ordinary citizen concerned about this, what would she say?
Geth? It was Sovereign who led the attack. A Reaper.
I have no information on a Reaper. References to the term exist in some parahistorical theories on galactic extinction cycles.
They've suppressed information about the Reapers. Far easier to blame the Geth, a known enemy.
And that is why nobody gives a shit about the Reaper invasion that's pending. Because they do things like that. They just shrug it off and teach the rest of society to shrug it off too. The Council. Sometimes I think they want to die, honestly.
I heard that those lakes up on the Presidium are filled with fish.
Nice to see Krogan here.
Not. You ever been up there?
No. CSEC won't let me. They say I'm a risk.
I wonder why.
They think every Krogan is dangerous.
Damn Turians. We should kill them all.
Well, he answered it for me. No need to wonder why. That's why they think he's a risk. Why do they all think we're dangerous? Turians. We should kill them all. This game has a lot of self-aware commentary in it like that. It's actually really fun to listen to. Thankfully, this Citadel is a lot more concise and small than the one in Mass Effect 1. We won't be spending as much time running around doing side quests here as we did before. Oh, this one's a fun one. This is where we're going to be dumping a lot of money.
What can I do for you?
I thought weapons were restricted on the Citadel now.
Carrying them around is. Selling them isn't. We store them in off-site containers and deliver them to your ship. People who have permission to carry, like CSEC, can walk out with them.
Okay, so I guess that's how they get around that.
I'd like to buy something.
Try our electronic catalog interface. That kiosk over there.
Well, I want the sales pitch first.
Tell me about your services.
We sell quality hunting supplies, which you'll need when you purchase one of our adventure travel packages. Imagine it, human. The break of day. You and your team have been stalking a Shatha for 5 days. In that time, it's killed 4 men. You see it? Line it up. Take the shot. Blam! It's down. You're the hero. That's what we offer. Not a vacation, but an experience.
Actually, a very good salesman. I would sign up after that. How about an endorsement?
Your expeditions might be a little tame for me.
Tame? A human can hardly take down a Pharaoh Varen, let alone a Shatha. Who do you think you are?
Well, my name's Shepard, and...
The Shepard? The one that put down Saren Arterius?
Oh, you do know me.
By the spirits, Shepard, in my store. I don't suppose I could convince you to record an advertisement for me.
Sure you could. Can we work out a discount?
A discount? I'd name my firstborn after you if you ask. Can we record it now?
That makes sense that the Turians would see it that way, right? The honor culture and the Turian legacy. It's a great deal for them, I'm sure, that I took down the most corrupt Turian in history. And now we have two favorite stores on the Citadel, so let's look at some of this. The heavy pistol damage, potentially we will do. We definitely want the SMG damage. See how chunky these are too. It's 50,000 credits a pop. Would have been 75 if we didn't have the discount. Let's see. So that's power damage. Not too interested in increasing our power damage. Not for this class at least. That's shield strength. I'm not too interested in that. That would be a cool sniper rifle, and we're a soldier, so we are using everything, but maybe not right now. I'm not sure how that handles compared to our other one. We definitely want the offhand ammo pack, so we'll pick up that armor piece. What are you? Increase health by 5. I think the current one gives shields, so we're not too interested in that either. How heavy do we want to be on this? Heavy pistol we'll take, because some of our companions use that. And then I guess what I'll actually do is I'll take it a little easy on this, and I'll come back when we're done and decide if I want to blow more cash on that kind of stuff. What do we have here? A game sales.
Have you tried Galaxy of Fantasy yet? I love that game. It's based on Turian mythology, but it's really fun. I hear it has 11 billion players now.
Imagine galactic MMORPGs. The server capacity you would need for that stuff.
Do you have any games you'd like to trade in? You get 2 credits toward a new game.
Ain't that the fucking truth? If anybody has been alive long enough to trade in a video game, you know how much you get bent over the cash register for that. You'll give them a game, they'll buy it for like, I don't know, $50, and then they'll sell it on for 15.
Been years since I've been to the Citadel. Never changes, does it? No matter how long you're gone. Comforting to some people, I guess. Living in denial that all this could end.
Yeah, every time we're here on the Citadel, you really understand why they just don't care about the Reaper situation. It's not a pressing issue for them, right? And you'll see back here somebody we also definitely recognize. It's CNN, returned from Mass Effect 1. You actually do get a great opportunity here to just punch her in the mouth if you're playing Renegade. Obviously, we're not, and I have my own reasons for not doing that. Yeah, I have reasons why I'm gonna hear her out here.
Khaleesa been seen in Al Jelani, Westerland News.
I remember.
I interviewed you 2 years ago when you first became a Spectre. You presented your case very well on camera.
And I made you look foolish. Now, you tried to make me look foolish, but it backfired, didn't it?
What, so you can try to do another smear job on me?
Now, Shepard, you may object to my methods, but we're on the same side.
It remains to be seen.
Bad, your news. I just want to give your story its due.
We'll take the interview.
Sources claim you were at the heart of the Presidium during the Battle of the Citadel. It's fair to say the course of the battle hinged on your words. If true, you told Admiral Hackett to assist the Destiny Ascension, costing hundreds of human lives.
You see the angle she's already trying to take here.
Citadel Council.
She's already trying to make us look like we have nothing to do with humanity, we betrayed our people and all that stuff, but in reality we need galactic unity right now. Whether she's willing to accept the Reaper threat or anybody else is going to stick their head in the sands, that's the right call, right? We need the council, we need stability, we need everybody to be on the same team here. And just because it may not have aged too well right now, right? They're clearly against us, at least to some degree. They buried it all after we died, sent us chasing our tail with Geth. But we couldn't have known that in the moment. And the galaxy is still stronger with the old reliable council. And they are still, well, we'll see when we talk to them later this episode, but you would assume they would feel like they owe us something, right? Like they'd be a little more inclined to take what we say on faith. And doing this interview too is a great chance to get the other people of the galaxy on board with us and get them to understand that too. We just punch her in the mouth, it just makes us look like an asshole and the narrative doesn't change. You can't improve negotiations by leaving the table, right? You gotta sit at the table and speak while you're there.
The Turians lost 20 cruisers. Figure each had a crew around 300. The Ascension, the Asari dreadnought we saved, had a crew of nearly 10,000.
But surely the human cost.
The Alliance lost 8 cruisers. Shenyang, Emden, Jakarta, Cairo, Seoul, Cape Town, Warsaw, Madrid. And yes, I remembered them all.
And now we made her look like even more of a bitch.
The Alliance owes them all medals. The Council owes them a lot more than that. And so do you.
Commander Shepard, first human Spectre, hero of the Battle of the Citadel.
Yeah, we got her put in a body bag.
Get it? Great. Bull rushed on my own show.
No, you tried to ambush me again, and I just made you look like a bitch once again. You had that coming. She is clearly trying to paint the picture, right, that we just betrayed our own people, but hopefully everybody watching that will understand, unlike her.
Welcome. The Zakera Ward Promenade offers upscale shopping and entertainment options for the discerning visitor.
What entertainment options are available?
The Dark Star is a small but popular night spot offering intoxicants, gambling, and exotic gifts.
I like the way she says it, offering intoxicants. I guess this is the replacement for Cora's Den after it all got blown to shit.
What stores are in this area?
Rodham Expeditions sells high-grade weapons as well as adventure travel packages to the galaxy's most dangerous destinations.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina. Have a
We're
pleasant...
gonna try and get everything that we need done this episode, so we don't have to split it like we did in the first game. So it might go a little longer, but I think we'll be good.
Looking for a little R&R, Shepard? It's a nice enough place. A lot nicer than Cora's Den, anyway. I wasn't sorry to hear they never reopened after the Geth attack.
I'm sure Harkin is devastated.
What'll it be?
Hear about anything interesting going on around here?
I serve drinks. If you want to know what's going on, check the news. I don't know why humans always ask me that.
Like I said, it's very self-aware.
I'm done for now.
The whole roll up and ask the bartender for news.
Change your mind.
But we're gonna get the ice brandy for Doc. That'll take care of that. And then you'll notice that we got a mission from those Krogan when they were talking about the fish. Let's see Shepard's dad moves, if they improved. They really haven't. Although, honestly, I think the shuffle is a little better than the chicken dance he was doing before with the arms. I think the little two-step is an improvement. It went from like dad at a barbecue to dad at a wedding, right? It stepped up a little. Yeah, we could talk to the caretaker over here, the groundskeeper. He'll let us know about the fish, and then we can tell the Krogan the bad news on the way back.
Nothing I can do for you?
I noticed you're one of the groundskeepers for the Presidium. Do you know if there are fish in the lakes?
I get that question a lot. I think it's right behind where's the restroom. Those are reservoirs, the Presidium's own supply, independent from the water storage tanks in the wards. The only place I know of on the station to get a live fish is Delea Sonesi's gift shop.
We've already been there.
When I pour a glass of water, it's the same stuff that tourists throw garbage in?
No, they purify it first. If some Solarian or human bacteria gets left in, and a Turian or Quarian drinks it, they could die. Everything would be so much simpler if we all had the same DNA. But no, the universe loves diversity.
Thanks for your time.
Well, that diversity is actually going to come in very, very handy for the fight against the Reapers. It's interesting to think about that kind of stuff, right, though, because in the galactic community with all these different species, the different bacteria, the different immune systems, different weaknesses in everybody's genetic code, like you said, if some human bacteria gets put inside the water supply here and a Quarian drinks it, like the Quarian makes a lot of sense knowing what we know about their immune system, but also Turians too. And then there's things that Krogans drink. I mean, Krogans are resistant to like everything, so you can imagine the shit that they gotta put in their bodies to feel drunk. If somebody else drinks that, it's over.
What do you want?
I talked to one of the Presidium groundskeepers. He said there aren't any fish in the lakes.
What? I told you. Why have all that water if you're not going to store something to eat in it? I don't understand aliens at all. Thanks for telling me.
The genuine devastation in his voice, too. What? Poor guy. He just wanted some fish. Although I wouldn't recommend going to the tourist attractions place for fish, because I think those are supposed to be pets, not food. But I can totally see him just picking the goldfish up by its tail and just nomming on it. And we'll go check this place out down here. I got a couple more stores down here to take care of, and a side quest, and then we can head back on up to the council, and we'll see about them.
Greetings, Earth Clan. You will find many excellent ships for sale here. Only slightly used, yes.
Only slightly used. Never trust a used car salesman, and that applies to used ship salesmen, too.
Irashimasu! You ever had ramen? It's a delicacy back on Earth.
It's a delicacy for most people that are playing this game, I'm sure.
Well,
we've all lived on the ramen diet every now and then, right, to get video games.
Shopping and storage space for the less privileged residents of the station.
What sort of things are sold here?
The Certa Foundation, a medical technology group from the Alliance, has an outlet store. Saranus Applications offers professional software.
Why are there warehouses in the middle of a shopping district?
This area is close to Zakera Ward's keel docking station. Freighters attach there to load passengers and supplies. Goods are stored locally until they can be distributed within the ward or transported off the station. However, CSEC recommends that visitors exercise caution, as these short-term warehouses are often used to move illegal goods.
And it's interesting that they completely know that and are aware of that, but they haven't handled the situation, especially given the new restrictions on weapons. You'd think that would have been handled if it's widely known enough for Avina to know about it. I'm sure there's some kickbacks and bribes going on there.
This area looks a little run down. I take it the people here aren't very well off?
Inhabitants of the wards typically have less income than those in the Presidium.
There must be some way to solve the problem.
Asari futurists believe poverty cannot be eliminated without cornucopia technology, which will create anything the user desires. Such technology is unknown outside of science fiction literature.
Yeah, I believe some of that stuff is in Star Trek and things like that, right? They have a little microwave where basically you just program it and tell it to make pizza, and it'll just make you a pizza out of nothing.
And here I thought the Citadel was some sort of utopia.
The recorded histories of all sapient species suggest that in every society, resources are not evenly split between members.
Very astute.
That's all for now.
Thank you for using Avina.
I would like to know how something like the Citadel ends up with an impoverished population, considering how expensive it is to live here, right? I would like to know, like, are they born here? Is it orphans? Is it that kind of situation?
This Clanless is a thief, and I want her arrested.
What? I was just walking by.
Of course, it's a Volus.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to take a statement here.
There's nothing to talk about. She stole my credit chit. Arrest her.
I did not! Just because I'm a Quarian.
I need you to stop and take a deep breath.
Poor choice of words.
Me, Earth Clan. Just because the Vol Clan need...
It was a poor choice of words, sir. I apologize.
Well, we're gonna go on here and just seeing this Quarian here on probably her pilgrimage, right? Way out of her depth. The way she sounds, you can tell she's young. It's so reminiscent of Tali. So let's get a look at some of this.
You say you're falsely accused?
I was walking to the used ship dealer when he barged into me outside the Certa Foundation. He didn't stop or say he was sorry. A minute later, he runs up with CSEC and accuses me of stealing his damn chit.
You ran into each other outside the Certa Foundation. Is it possible the chit fell out of his pocket there?
I guess. Sure, all I know is I didn't take it.
Do you spend a lot of time at the used ship dealer?
Yeah, they've got a lot of nice models. I'd like to buy one and take it back to the fleet, but...
Be a pilgrimage, right?
A ship would make a great pilgrimage gift.
You know about the pilgrimage?
I've been around.
I traveled with a Quarian who was on hers.
Wow. I didn't know anyone here would do that for one of us.
Some people care. We're not all like the Volus and the CSEC here.
Do you know who's telling the truth?
My Omni tool can tell the Quarian doesn't have a chit on her, but she could have stashed it to recover later. You know what Quarians are like. And she's definitely a vagrant. I'll run her in and see what Bailey wants to do with her.
Yeah, a lot of people look at Quarians is kind of just like raccoons or rodents, right? They just leech. They're looking for used goods that they can take and fix up. They're often homeless because they're away from the fleet. Who have a very bad view of Quarians, and you can see that here.
You say she stole your credit chit?
She must have. When I left the Certa Foundation store, she ran right into me.
How does running India mean she stole your credit chit?
That's how pickpockets work. They bump into you and use that as a cover for rifling your pocket.
Where did you see that on TV one time?
You can't turn your back on these clanless Quarians. Thieves. All of them.
Yeah.
Are you sure you didn't leave your chit at the Certa Foundation?
Of course not. You think I'd make a mistake like that? I didn't even buy anything there. That chit stayed in my pocket.
He's very arrogant, as you can see. We'll look into this.
I'll see if I can find out what happened.
Sir, this is a CSEC matter.
With all due respect, you're not in charge of me.
All we can to resolve this.
The look in his
We don't need
face.
civilian help. If you do happen to find the chit, please let one of our officers know.
I'm not a civilian, and
Let's
I'll
go.
do as I please.
Be careful out there.
He's obviously not going to get a fair shake from those two.
I just got a refund.
Wouldn't a refreshing, delicious Tupari sports drink hit the spot?
This is pretty funny.
Tupari, now available with dextro amino acids. You could really go for a Tupari sports drink, couldn't you? Tupari, now made with 10% real Tupo berry juice.
10%, wow.
Tupari is made with no natural sweeteners.
That's all artificial.
I knew a man who went 3 days without a Tupari sports drink. He got hit by a shuttle. Tupari, the taste Solarians have come to love. Nothing wakes you up in the morning like Tupari sports drink's blast of Tupo berry flavor. Tupari, it's good for you.
With only 10% natural juice, I'm sure it is.
Tupari brings your ancestors back from the grave. 9 out of 10 Tupari drinkers recommend Tupari to their friends. The last one is on my list. We sell so much Tupari, it has to be good.
It might be something with the never-ending advertisements from you. Here's one of those shady warehouses that we're told to look out for here, where they're constantly smuggling illegal goods. It reminds me of the self-aware vending machine in Cyberpunk, actually, that one. Very insistent.
Where's yours?
Unfortunately, they're kinda... Here we go, there we go.
Sent me here. Come on. Why do I need a service order?
The Ward's Market? Why would you come to a Zakera Ward warehouse?
He said they're out of stock and I should go here. He didn't say anything about a service order.
Without a service order, I really can't help you.
Ugh.
So if you remember, this is the running gag from Mass Effect 1. In the markets in Mass Effect 1 on the Citadel, this guy was trying to get his refund from the Turian vendor, and he said that he didn't have a receipt. Well, they didn't give him a receipt, but he wants his refund. Now he's obviously continued to chase that, getting jerked around, and now he's down here in the Zakera Ward, and this Solarian is like, why would they send you here? That's nothing to do with me. Man's just on his never-ending mission for his, refund for, I think it was a toaster, wasn't it? Isn't that what he said back in Mass Effect 1?
Good day, citizen. Welcome to the Certa Foundation outlet on Zakera Ward.
The Certa Foundation here is actually kind of interesting because depending on if you're Paragon or Renegade in Mass Effect 1, you will either do the scientists that we saved or the warlords. Well, if you don't save those scientists, then the Certa Foundation is actually in a really bad way because of that terrorist attack. We saved them, so they'll be good. But this can be very different depending on what you do.
Tell me about your store.
The Certa Foundation is a human organization known for its genetic therapy regimens and genetically engineered products. Certa is probably best known for the development of Metagel.
Yeah, if we haven't saved those scientists, the Certa Foundation is actually in a pretty bad shape. Let's see if the little guy's chit is in here.
Avolis was in here not too long ago. Did he drop a credit chit?
And not that I saw. He didn't purchase anything.
Okay. Well, let's see if we can get a discount before we peruse.
I couldn't help but notice your prices. They seem a bit steep.
With respect, the Foundation is not concerned with profits. A portion of our sales funds research to cure genetic diseases.
You know what would make your services more popular? An endorsement from the man who defeated Saren.
Would you like to be my third favorite store in the Citadel?
Shepard, aren't you? I would be glad to give you my employee discount if you would do that for us.
It's a deal.
Just speak into my console here.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
It's so funny to me.
I'll work it into our advertising at once. Thank you.
Like, imagine walking into every single store on the Citadel and all you keep hearing is, I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel. We're obviously going to get the Metagel capacity here. That'll just help us heal our team up more. And we have life support weapon for the legs here, and that's increased health by 10. I think I might do it just in case. We'll check all that when we're back on the Norman day, but I'll probably grab that. And based on how much money we have left so far. Oh, you remember these two as well.
Alien bacteria.
We can get whatever you'd like for little Jake, Rebecca.
If you remember, this is the guy that was trying to get her to have that gene therapy on the unborn baby. Now you can see the baby has been born, and now they're discussing like immuno boosters for it. That's the little carry on too. It seems like he's got his shit together since that conversation. He's actually supporting her now, which is good. It's nice to see. He was being way too controlling for me. Seemed like he was trying to play daddy and replace his dead brother. It's just creepy. Rubbed me the wrong way.
Welcome to Saranus Applications. Can I interest you? Ah, Shepard!
You recognize me from Rip, huh?
No, but I know you. Even a senile Hanar would remember the human who fought off the Geth. I thought you were dead.
Yeah, I've been getting that a lot.
Please, look around the store. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Well, first things first, you wouldn't happen to have the Volus's chit here, would you?
Volus was in here not too long ago. Did he drop a credit chit?
Oh, yes. He bought some environmental system drivers, then left without his chit. I didn't notice he'd left until he was already gone. If you see him, tell him I have it here behind the counter.
Okay, and there you have it. He did, in fact, not get his chit stolen by the Quarians, so they're both being pieces of shit to her, affecting her opinion of humanity and the Volus for no reason. So we'll go back and take care of that. But first things first, you know me, I want the discount.
You know, I use quite a bit of software in my line of work.
It's a shame so few understand their own equipment. Besides the most obvious point-and-go nav interfaces, anyway.
You wouldn't believe how often I hear, why's the ship turning around? We're only halfway there.
Oh, I would.
You know, I like your products. Any interest in an endorsement from the human who defeated Saren?
I'd be thrilled, but I don't think I could afford to pay you for it.
Don't worry about it. What if we just work out a discount?
Absolutely. Just speak into my console here.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite store on the Citadel.
That will be splendid. I can edit that and have it working right away. Thank you so much.
I like to imagine a world where this guy goes into a different store after we just milked his entire, like, profit margins for free, basically. And he's like, oh, hey, hold on a minute. Why do they have it too? So this is where it gets real expensive. This is 150,000 together, but they're both really good. We're going to have plenty of people that need the tech damage. And everybody on the whole staff benefits from damage protection. So we're obviously going to take that. Now we're all the way down at 84,000 credits. But we did get all the important stuff, which means I should be in a pretty good spot to buy that sniper rifle damage boost from the Turian, and then we'll be cooked on revenue, unfortunately, but it's worth it, I think, to get all that squared up.
I felt her hand go into my pocket. When I checked, my credit chit was gone.
Actually, you didn't, you little lion shit.
Please move along.
You forgot your credit chit at Saranus Applications. The clerk is holding it for you.
Oh, well, the Quarian could have stolen it.
That's what you got to say for yourself.
I'll close this event report, but I'll be watching you. Get a permanent residence, or I'll run you in for vagrancy.
Are you two serious?
What?
You falsely accused this girl of stealing from you. All you have to say now is that she could have stolen it?
Let him know, Shepard.
Just a minute.
And you? She gets harassed and insulted by this guy, and you throw in a threat to arrest her for vagrancy?
How about if I run you in for obstruction of justice?
Godspeed.
You think you're gonna run in a former Spectre? I think both of you should get out of here.
Oh, son of a...
Yeah. Piss off, little boy.
I wish I could give you something more than words.
Ah, fuck him.
Can you take care of yourself from here?
I guess. I mean, most nights I eat nutrient paste in a Turian shelter, but I'm surviving. Thanks.
Yeah, that one annoys me. Like, the audacity of that. He didn't apologize for falsely accusing her, and the C-Sec just continues to intimidate and threaten her. Like, get the fuck out of here. I don't know who you think you are, but you're not that guy, pal. Get out of here. You're supposed to be upholding the law. You're making all humans look bad. It's like a little baby Harkin right there. It wouldn't surprise me if he's skimming off the top, too. Alright. One might be a coincidence, but I'm sure there's a lot more stuff in that guy's documentation that would form a pattern. So we're pretty much done now with everything that we had to do on the Citadel, aside from talking to the Council. So let's go ahead to the Chambers, and we'll see how they handle the fact that we're back in business. I'm sure they'll be devastated. So that's the human embassy where we can go, and then this is all just these different dock locations we've been going to. So let's head to the Presidium. Honey, I'm home. Here's Anderson.
This meeting would be more productive if Udina was to join us.
My advisor is unavailable. As counselor, I represent the voice of humanity and the Alliance. Shepard will be here and... Oh, Commander! We were just talking about you.
It is nice to see you.
It's been a long time, Anderson. I hope the last couple of years have treated you right.
There have been some rough spots. It's good to have you back.
We've heard many rumors surrounding your unexpected return. Some of them are unsettling.
We called this meeting so you could explain your actions, Shepard. We owe you that much. After all, you saved our lives in the battle against Saren and his Geth.
Well, let's see how much you think that's worth.
The Collectors are abducting human colonists in the Terminus systems. Worse, we think they're working for the Reapers.
The Terminus systems are beyond our jurisdiction. Your colonists knew this when they left Council space.
On that same
You're
bullshit,
missing the important part, Counselor. The Reapers are involved.
Ah yes, Reapers. The immortal race of sentient starships allegedly waiting in dark space. We have dismissed that claim.
Oh, relay.
Shepard, no one else encountered the hologram on Ilos that told you the truth about the Reapers. Only you and your crew ever spoke with Sovereign. I believe you. But without evidence from another source, the others think Saren was behind the Geth attacks.
I don't think they were dismissing that claim when they were screaming for their lives on the Destiny Ascension with the Reaper's Geth fleet.
Saren was an organic. The Geth would never accept him as their leader. They only followed him because he was Sovereign's agent.
Saren was a compelling and charismatic individual. He convinced the Geth the Reapers were real, just as he convinced you.
Jesus, we're still
It was
doing
part
this,
of his
so.
plan to attack the Citadel. The Reapers are just a myth, one you insist on perpetuating.
We believe that you believe it, but that doesn't make it true.
Go back to Ilos and talk to Vigil. Or just look at what's left of Sovereign. It's obvious the technology is more advanced than ours.
The hologram on Ilos is no longer functional, and we have found nothing to suggest that Sovereign was not a Geth creation.
The Geth are capable of remarkable technological achievements. This is probably why Saren recruited them.
This Reaper theory proves just how fragile your mental state is. You have been manipulated by Cerberus, and before them, by Saren.
Fragile mental state, huh? Well, it was solid enough to make the call to save your bitch ass. And also, I hope they're telling the truth about the fact that, you know, Sovereign is actually destroyed and it's inactive, because pieces of Reapers can indoctrinate and affect people's mental states even when they're dead. So I hope they don't have that in a lab somewhere messing with that.
I kept Saren from conquering the Citadel. I sacrificed human lives to save this council.
We are in a difficult position, Shepard. You are working for Cerberus, an avowed enemy of the Council. This is treason, a capital offense.
That's too far. Shepard is a hero. I'm on this council too, and I won't let this whitewash continue.
Maybe there is a compromise, not a public acknowledgement given your ties, but something to show peripheral support.
Shepard, if you keep a low profile and restrict your operations to the Terminus systems, the Council is willing to offer you reinstatement as a Spectre.
Willing to, as if it's pulling fucking teeth. And it's kind of reminiscent of old times, right? When we first met him back in Mass Effect 1, they didn't believe us. They sent us to the Terminus systems to go away and be quiet. And here we are again. They want nothing to do with the Traverse or the Terminus systems, and they want nothing to do with us. Give us some side support and send us on our way so we stop making noise. Same old, man.
What does that mean? Will I need to start filing reports?
That won't be necessary. This is a show of good faith on our part.
We cannot become involved in an investigation regarding the missing colonies in the Terminus systems, but Spectre reinstatement shows our support of you personally.
Well, I guess I'll take it. I'll say I'm on it. We'll just fluff it up right. Despite all my personal opinions on the Council, we still need them to help humanity. And I don't want to make Anderson's job here any harder than it clearly already is. Let's try not to rock the boat until we need to, right?
I accept your offer. It's good to have the Council on my side.
Good luck with your investigation, Shepard. We hope for a quick resolution and a quick end to your relationship with Cerberus.
Would be a lot quicker if you would support me and I didn't need all that funding.
Well, that went better than expected. You realize the Council's offer is just symbolic. They won't actually do anything.
Kinda how the first game went, too. No need to burn bridges, though.
Even if they don't help, I might as well stay on good terms.
True enough. Don't worry about the Council or the Alliance. I'll find some way to keep them off your back.
I believe that.
Shouldn't be too hard. As long as you keep to the terminus systems.
Anderson, we need to talk about... Shepard.
Yeah, I'm sure you're thrilled to see me.
What are you doing here?
Talking to my best friend. Without you. So, walk away now.
Stop by to see how Anderson was doing.
You don't have to cover for me. I invited Shepard here to speak with the Council. We just finished our meeting.
You what? Consular, do the words political shitstorm mean anything to you?
Do the words not my problem mean anything to you? You're a pencil pusher now, Udina. Not your problem.
The Council reinstated my Spectre status. They're just happy I'm staying out in the terminus systems.
Yes, I could see how that arrangement works best for both sides. But you really shouldn't have taken a step like this without consulting with me first, Consular.
I don't answer to you, Udina. Why don't you go to your office and think about that for a while?
Of course, Consular. Good day to both of you.
Yeah, you don't have a repeat conversation that you had in Mass Effect 1.
Udina's never gotten over the fact that I got the Council position instead of him. Sometimes I need to put him in his place.
Well, I'm happy to see it's bothering him, to be honest.
Udina's just doing his job.
True enough. He's got his uses. And if you want something done on the Citadel, he knows who can make it happen. Plus, he's always happy to attend all those formal diplomatic functions I can't be bothered with.
It has its benefits then, huh?
How have the last couple of years treated you?
Serving on the Council isn't how I plan to spend my twilight years. Sometimes it feels like I'm just beating my head against a wall. Knowing the truth about Sovereign is brutal. It's nightmare stuff. I can't blame others for not wanting to believe it, but I know how important it is. So I keep trying. Fighting the good fight, right?
That's what you always taught me. Anderson is like the role model father figure in this franchise. I know that since we're playing Spacer, we still have a father, but all the other origins in this game, they're all fatherless, right? You don't have parents, and even though we technically have them, Anderson is the one front and center. He's definitely the father figure in all this, and that'll play out a lot more extreme in Mass Effect 3. But man, I love Anderson, and I'm sure it's hard for him going from a captain, getting shit done, calling the shots, to all this political, bureaucratic nonsense. But we need him here, and it seems like he understands the stakes too. Like, he knows this is where he belongs, because he's the only one fit for the job. We certainly couldn't trust Udina for it.
Forget Udina and the Council. Join my crew and help me stop the Collectors.
I'm too old to go racing across the galaxy. Much as I complain, I've got an important job to do
And
here.
there you go.
The front
He
line.
gets it.
That's got to be yours.
And don't worry, Anderson will own that.
How long did it take to get this place back up to speed after the battle?
Still counting. The main areas of commerce and the most populated wards are complete. But estimates for total restoration are sitting around 5 years. The Keepers always surprise us, though. It's like our repairs are annoying. We'll put up an ugly new bulkhead, and in a few days, they've made it seamless. We never really thought of them as heavy lifters, and I have no idea where they get the resources. But we'd never get done without them.
And that's why they're here. And at least they're just independent now, right? We broke the control from the Reapers, so they're literally just a harmless workforce here, basically. Making fast progress, although I imagine they're also partly to blame for the fact that there's no Reaper remains to prove our point. Imagine a lot of that is down to the Keepers. And probably Cerberus and everybody else sucking up the scraps to get advancements, right? When you think about the space race that goes on in this galaxy and how it all comes from Prothean artifacts, all those little grimy, dirty, political, government official bodies will have all been chomping at the bit to get a piece of Reaper tech, to bring that home to their species for their advancement, right? To get ahead in the race, everybody would have wanted a piece.
I'm surprised no one can tell Sovereign isn't Geth technology. Didn't they examine the wreckage?
We don't have much to look at. Pieces of it rained all over the station. It was chaos, with who knows how many species combing the wards for their dead. We secured as much of it as we could. But between the keepers and a whole lot of unauthorized salvage, there's no way to account for even half of that thing. Another reason why they don't want to acknowledge what Sovereign was.
Because they don't want to deal with the backlash of everybody having a piece of that cake, trying to back engineer.
Last I knew, we were still fighting holdouts.
Here and there. But they are increasingly disorganized. It's long since stopped being called a war. More like cleanup. Not that you can ever discount them. But we haven't had serious casualties for months. A civilian ship will spot an enclave and we send in a squad to clear it. They're not quite the boogeymen they used to be.
What happened to Gunnery Chief Williams after the Normandy was destroyed?
Operations Chief Williams is still with the Alliance, but
promoted,
she's working on a special mission. It's classified. I can't say any more. Not while you're working with Cerberus, I'm sorry.
I understand that. I mean, they're in the background right there, right? You don't want to get on classified information. Especially what we know about Cerberus. I'm not too worried about Jacob, but at the end of the day, they could all have bugs in them. This whole place could be bugged by Cerberus.
I better go.
Of course, Shepard, I understand. I wish I could do more to help you. But if you ever want to talk, I'll be here. Just
love Anderson.
Do me a favor and be careful. You can't trust Cerberus.
Oh, I'm well aware. Alrighty, now that we've taken care of all that, that is a pretty good spot to wrap this one on up. Apologies, it did run a little longer than I had initially intended, but it's done now, so we can hop on into exploring this big old galaxy they built for us. So thanks for watching, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe, leave a like and a comment. If you want to support the cause and help improve the channel, please do check out those links in the description below. Otherwise, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon with more Mass Effect 2. Okay, everybody, have a great day. Peace.